5 years ago, Anna and I shared our intention to create a school called home. Here I sit in an old shoe shop, surrounded by pumpkins in this small town here in Sweden where we're putting that into practice. But what we couldn't have seen at the start was how important the online gatherings that we host would become to the life of this school. It seems like we stumbled into a way of using Zoom to create these pockets of hospitality and conviviality that have a way of spilling out into the world, into friendships and collaborations. So this is the invitation to this autumn's Zoom series and a chance to step into the ongoing community, the long table that has grown out of the ways we've been gathering in these in-between spaces. The series for autumn 2023 is called Regrowing a Living Culture. That's our theme. It's a language that we've used a lot when we talk about the work of the school, and it feels like it's time to make a deeper journey into that. What does it mean to speak about a living culture? What does this say about the ways of living that most of us grew up taking for granted around here lately? What are the first moves of regrowing? The simple practices we can start with in the places where we find ourselves? And what are the daring moves that might be called for, the places it might just be possible to intervene within the big systems of the world as we have known it to help create the conditions of possibility for presently unimaginable futures? How do we find each other and stay sane and face the depth of the trouble the world is in without letting that just paralyze us? There's no neat set of answers here, but I want to share what we've learned over our first 5 years and where we're headed next. Each week, we'll start with a short talk where I'm teaching by telling stories and sharing examples of the thinkers and artists and activists who've helped me find my bearings in all this. And then in the second half of the session, we have a time for questions and reflections. Those who want to are warmly invited to stick around after that for the after party, when we loosen things up, play with the controls on Zoom, throw ourselves into different combinations of breakout rooms and generally begin to get to know one another and find out more about who's in the group. And at the end of the 5 weeks, there's the invitation to travel onwards into the company of the long table and meet others who have come together around the work we're doing. So that's the invitation. Regrowing a Living Culture, a 5-week series starting on the 7th and 8th of November 2023. It'd be great to have you with us.